Hello, hello, good morning, Joshua. Joshua, good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm fine, sir.
Yeah, I think people are joining. Let's wait for, should we wait for them a bit before we start?
Yeah, let's just wait for them for some minutes, sir.
Okay, okay, that's fine.
Okay, guys. Welcome to Diary of Hackers, Diary 1.0. While we wait for some other people to join, I just want to make a few announcements here. Oh, please, if you can hear me, can you just comment on the chat box? If you can hear me, just comment on the chat box. All right, it's fine. All right, guys. of the country. I want to welcome you all to Diary 1.0 on this special initiative called Diary of Archives. I hope you benefit from this insightful and educative webinar of the DOH. I'm looking forward to you tapping from the well of wisdom and knowledge of our facilitator. I want to sincerely appreciate our cybersecurity expert of the week in person of Parker Hamza Lateef. Thank you very much, sir, for honoring our invitation. Thank you very much, sir. We sincerely are grateful. So, what is Diary of Hackers, by the way? Diary of Hackers provides a platform to learn from industry leading experts from all the subfields of cybersecurity. It has the following benefit to members of the community. Trust me, the members of the community has a lot to offer.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I hope we are all staying safe. This is Lateef Hamzat. I'm going to like you guys to put a comment in the comment section to indicate that you are hearing me. If you can hear me, can you please put I in the comment section? Yes, I can see a lot of I from the comment section. Yeah, yes, that means people can hear me. Yes, I'm going to be your speaker today in this course of our presentation, and I'm going to be taking you through a whole lot of experience. I'm called upon to talk about opportunities to cyber enthusiasts amidst COVID-19. Yes, I'm going to share my slide. I'm going to like us go through it together. This presentation is going to be like very interesting. I bet it with you is going to be very interesting, and I want us to take our time to learn as many as possible, as many as possible. So, can everybody see my slide? Can you see my slide? If you can see my slide, you can type a yes in the comment section if you can see my slide. Yes. That's very good. I can see those comments trooping in. Yes, we are going to start. So we are going to talk about opportunities for cyber enthusiasts amid COVID-19. Yes, this is the topic for the day. And I'm glad to be here with you guys. It's a very great privilege to be the very first speaker on this stage. Yes, Joshua has done so well by bringing up this kind of session so that people can learn from it, and this is just an opportunity for us to be able to like help people that are looking up to join us in the field. So I'm going to kind of get us motivated, and I'm going to put us through a whole lot of things. Many people have seen I've been doing one or two things on their own regarding in the game of wanting to join the league of cyber experts. But I want to tell you today that we're going to put more clarity, and we're going to be able to clear all of those questions we will be having in the course of our presentation. So this is who I am. For those people that are getting to hear my voice for the first time, my name is Lateef Hamzat. I manage and support endpoint and network security during the day. I write about cybersecurity at night. I'm a cybersecurity engineer at I have several certifications from EC Council, from Alien Vault, from Carbon Black, and I have PMP. Yes, my interest has always been in cybersecurity, project management, and enterprise architecture and business development. Yes, um, going from here, why are we here together this morning? Yes, why are we here together this morning? We are here to help guide in achieving those big dreams. We're here to help guide ourselves in putting up a path in career by making a career in cybersecurity, and at the same time, well, to talk about the power of social skills and scaling up. These are the things I'm going to be talking about. I for this, you're going to give me a minute. There's some couple of effects I have on my slide, but they are not coming up with this very particular method that I'm using to share the slide. So I will like to turn on my screen share so that we go by doing that instead. Can we all see my screen? Yes. So I prefer to use this because that very particular one I don't like. I got some effect on it, and I will like to use those effects so that to make the presentation very interesting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can see my screen. Yeah, that's fine. So our outline this morning, we are going to talk about the power of social skills, scaling up our career in cybersecurity. Then, in the course of that, we are going to be mentioning a whole lot of opportunities that are out there that we can take amidst COVID-19. Yes. Why we move on with this presentation? Yes. Uh, can we see this big code on the screen saying if the lockdown didn't stop the attackers, it shouldn't stop the defender? Yes. Ever since the beginning of this lockdown, we've had several statistics from organizations like the FBI, the World Health Organizations regarding increase in cyber incident all across the world. And if you are not related to any of, if you are not relating to any of these examples I'm going to be citing, I want to be sure we are going to be able to relate with fake news. Like in the past few months, like you can barely check your social media every day and see several fake information moving around. And you know what that means. When there is so much misinformation out there, people tend to do what they don't really want to do. And this is what the attackers are taking advantage of right now. And outside that, you have to understand the fact that yes, the concept of the business email compromise, the phishing attacks, these are a whole lot of things that the attackers are taking advantage of. Everybody is now working from home, everybody is working remotely, and we are trying to ensure that yes, companies are trying to ensure that yes, they can keep up to doing most of these things they've been doing before the lockdown. But mind you, if you are not in the same place with people and you cannot confirm from them whether they send some couple of information, before you know it, you'll have sent out a whole lot of money to attackers. Then outside that, these uh we have many companies that they were caught by surprise in the sense that they didn't prepare for this time. And like you just want people to start using Zoom for conferences. You want people to start using VPN. These are tools that people are not used to initially. So there are chances for misconfigurations, and attackers are out there. They are looking for these misconfigurations. They want to take advantage of it. And the part of the end result of this lockdown, this pandemic in general, it's going to be that many companies are going to fall out of data 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 threats. Yeah, they are going to fall into data threats. Imagine you have your employees to be treating office work from home, and you are not even so sure of the security on his own network. I'm not so sure of how well updated his laptop or a laptop is. These are some of the challenges companies have been facing. But the attackers, to them, they are not seeing this, they are seeing this as opportunity. So in moving forward, I want us to see this time as opportunity as well. So many people are seeing the lockdown, many people are seeing the opportunity. So I want us to prepare our mind that we're going to talk about a whole lot of opportunities. And what are these opportunities? The pandemic has brought upon us the opportunity to learn more. Yeah, it has brought upon us the opportunity to learn more, the opportunity to put ourselves on the right track. Like what we are doing right now, we are trying to sensitize ourselves, talk to ourselves about how we can go get ourselves into the part of our cyber security as an enthusiast and how we can do it. This is one great opportunity this time has bring to us. And another great opportunity that will be coming at the end of this time is that many companies that weren't prepared for this time, some of them could not even go remote. They have to just shut down and allow all of their employees to go home. So many companies are going to be moving to cloud after this lockdown. They will require people that have this knowledge, this security knowledge, to come and help them. They'll be requiring more hands so that for when this kind of incident or any serious things like this will happen, you'll be able to have full process in place. So people will be required to put all of these structures there. So we by the time we learn more, we take our time to learn more, we'll be able to identify all of these opportunities when they come. So we should not see this as lockdown. We should not see this as, oh, I cannot go and do my stuff, I cannot do this, I cannot do that. We should see this as opportunities as the bad guys are seeing it too. So what can we take out of it? Yes, we can take out so many things. Like we have the ability to learn more, we have the ability to keep ourselves on the right track, and the ability to as well take advantage of the opportunities that will come after this time. So all of this discussion we are going to be doing today will be revolving around you. Yes, around you, around you, just about you. So for most people out there that are listening to me, they want to get to like, I want to go into cybersecurity. I've been trying my best. I don't even know what to do. I don't know how to start about going with that, with it. So what you need to do is you don't need to be perfect to do perfect things. That's the very first thing. So you need to figure out who you are. You need to figure out who you are. And coming to ask me of who you are is a very impossible question that I cannot answer for you. So our advice, you work on yourself, you find where your passion lies and try to start working on that. So in the course of this presentation, you are going to see many options, many areas you can dive into regarding cybersecurity and how you can go doing them. So this is very important. You need to first decide and have that conviction of what you want to be. That is, figure out who you are. Then you do not allow others to define you. We're in the era of social media, everybody is sharing their success, everybody is doing bigger things. Yeah, you are also going to do bigger things. Nobody is actually sharing their failure. So you need to work out by failing and failing and failing and failing and failing. And before you know it, you become better at it. You become a success. That is what you need to know. You don't allow other people to define you. So you need to take care of that. And the last point here is that you need to take action. You need to be an active hero of your own life, which is very important. Yes, for all of what we're going to talk about in this presentation, if you don't take actions after this time, then it's going to be as if it's a wasted time. So I will advise us to take charge of our life and be an active hero of our life. That is when you will start seeing results. So with this, I'm going to let us have this point in mind that in the process of trying to take actions and trying to pick up yourself, you have to understand that you cannot give up. You are going to persistent. You have to be persistent because there are going to be challenges. You are going to fail. You are going to see some small milestones, small success, and you are going to see bigger failures. You are going to see a whole lot of challenges, but you don't have to give up. It is only when you don't give up that you end up seeing the result. And all of the choices you are going to make from this moment forward, they are going to be like the result you will see in the next few weeks, in the next few days, in the next few months, in the next few years. Yes, most of these choices are going to be the function of the result you will see. So we need to pick that in mind. So to cut that, you need to look at this small GIF, that GIF image you see there. I'm going to play it two times. You can see some. I'm going to play it two times so that we can pick the information from the GIF. So I'm going to go back again and play it. Yes, let me do that again. So this is the bad guy. He's trying to uh, come up with something malicious and he's sending it to a victim. And you can see the victim has a problem with his computer. And somebody comes after the attackers is trying to take advantage. Somebody comes to unmask it. Yes, this is the depiction of what cybersecurity is to many people. Now we want to be the good guy. I want to be able to pull down the bad guys. Now, this very simple depiction we have in this 2G that we just, this is that what is behind cybersecurity is more than this. You need to know that. But this is the picture everybody's having in their head. Yeah, yes. Immediately, I can check the bad guys. I can easily identify them. This is not as easy as we are seeing them here. You cannot easily unmask a bad guy. It is not very easy. So what you are seeing here is where many people has got stuck. like how can I go about doing this? How do I become the good guy that can unmask the bad guy? How can I help victim of cyber attacks, and or how can I be a security expert that will help solve problems? You understand? This is the question where everybody got stuck. How do I go about it? And the point here is building a career in cybersecurity. There are many ways to get into it. Yes, there are many ways to get into it, and we are going to be taking that one by one. We are going to be seeing all of those opportunities. Many people have been focusing more on the technical aspect of cybersecurity, but there are many other ways you can come into cybersecurity that are not that technical, but it requires some couple of our skill set as well. So first and foremost, we have the stage, we have to, these are the five entry points into cybersecurity. So imagine you have this one where you can defend by detecting, responding, and investigating cyber incidents. Like there are people that have been able to start from this very particular phase. We have some people that, okay, their own core points is they want to just test. They want to test all of these security controls we have in place. Yeah, they want to test that. We have some people that they want to build security tools. Yeah, they want to help uh, write programs. They want to help put together security tools. They want to help integrate them and make them bring values to organizations. We have some people that they just want to make and maintain standards. Yes, we have various standards that have been able to put together that brings people and process that bring people and technology together. So we have some people that are, this is a non-technical area of cybersecurity, but it requires you to like read and write and talks. So we have this fifth point that you can manage a team and a project. Now, I want us to understand one thing. If you are going to be in number five. You can't just jump and be in number five. You have to take your time from one, two, three, four before you get to number five. So you can join from one, you can join from two, you can join from four, you can join from three. And from there, you have to take time to like have experience in all of these four core areas before you now move to five, before you can lead a team and manage a team. So in the course of explaining further, I'm going to be elaborating on what each of these core areas are. You can defend. When I mentioned you can defend, yes, you can detect, response, and investigate. Yeah, these are the people we call, most people refer to them as the blue teamer. We call them the defenders. So you can look out for job roles like cyber analyst, network defender, incident handler, and we have cyber analysts to be in various categories: the L1, the L2, and the L3. Like in this case, what you do is we have various security tools that will be put in place in various organizations. Like we have the SIM and the EDR and all of that in an organization, but we need people to do what we call constant monitoring of these platforms. And this is where these people falls into. These are people that can investigate, they can get to look at what is happening on the dashboard and tell you whether it is a false positive or a true incident. So this is the very first phase you can start with, and this is like the basic point. You can be a blue teamer. Then we have this second phase that talks about doing vulnerability assessment and pen testing. This is, you can test, yes, for all of the controls that will be put in place by an organization. You need to test them. You need to get to see whether they are very good or not. I have a use case regarding this. We've worked in a couple of cases where we've seen organizations have all of these controls in place, but due to one or two misconfigurations, attackers were still able to get into their network. Yes. So you need a team that can test all of these controls, all of these security controls. You have your EDR, you have your SIM platforms, you have all of these DLP solutions, all of them are in place. You have your web security gateway, all of them are in place. But you need to know whether the security controls and configurations the configurations are that as effective to prevent you from an attack. Because what the bad guys are looking for, they are just looking for a way to a very single mistake from your own end they can take advantage of. And this if these guys can identify that before the bad guys, then you are safe. So you can test. Then another thing you can do is you can build. For all of the tools that will be used by people in one and two, people in three are the one building them, and they don't just build, they helped to integrate all of these tools together so that companies can get values out of them. Imagine you want to build a SOC, you want to configure a cyber, you want to configure all these cyber technologies to solve your security problems. You need an engineer, and that is where you many companies fails today. Many companies go out there, they buy all of these tools themselves, but in-house they don't have technicalities that can help them put them in the right configuration. So they end up getting it by attackers. So you can see this is another area. So this requires deep technicalities. Yes, you have to be very good in programming. You have to be so vast in writing codes and all of that. You need to understand how to integrate uh, all of these platforms together. Then this is for people that are in this third category. Then we are talking about the non-technical aspect. You want to bring technology and people together. You can't, it's not going to be very easy. We need people to write all these processes and procedures and to bring all the people and the technology together. So there is what we call governance, risk, and compliance. If you check Nigeria today, we have the NDPR, we have several other frameworks like the ISO series, we have the Cybercrime Act. All of these compliance and frameworks, we have them out there. So many people that really don't like technicalities, they don't want to get involved in that. They move into this area and they try to expand their knowledge in that. So you require to write so much, you will be reading so much. You need to ensure that yes, companies are being compliant to all of these regulations out there. This is what the people in this category do. But like after companies have invested so much in security, like they've invested so much in security, they've been able to hire people in one, hire people in two, hire people in three and four to ensure that yes, they are doing everything the way they should do it security wise. We need somebody to manage the budget. We need somebody to ensure that all of this investment did not go down the drain by ensuring that yes, all of this security investment is able to support core business objective. Yes, if I have a network in my organization and I need to really maybe invest some into some security technologies to protect all of my network. I'm not just protecting my network. I want to protect my network because I want my network to be able to support my business. I want it to be able to support my core business function. I want to have my network working when I needed to do business transaction. Because if the attacker takes down the network, then my business is going down as well. So this is what the people here, they make decisions and they relate with the top management team to ensure that yes, all of their investments are going the way they should go and all of the support that security investment is meant to give to the organization, they are getting it. This is what these people here. So it is after series of time, after you spend series of time in one to four, that is when you can be promoted to manage a team or a project. And we are going to talk so much about that. You are going to get to understand why you cannot just jump from five. I'm going to be explaining that. I'm going to be using some use cases just by sharing my own personal experience as well. So now, if you have been able to understand that yes, we have these technical areas you can come into, but what about the power of social skills? Yes, you want to be a leader, you want to be at number five after some years in your cybersecurity career. Yes, you need to understand that the power of social skill will take you there. And if you have 10 people in the room, the person with the highest composure, with the highest level of social skills will be given the opportunity to manage the rest. So you're going to see that. Imagine you want to work on a project and you have to work with several people from different parts of the world. You are planning to implement a project here in Nigeria, you have to work with different people across the world in different regions, in different continents, in order to ensure that yes, the project is a success. Yes, this is not a joke. This is not something you can take lightly. And at this point, your technical know-how will not help you. Only your technical know-how will not help you. You will need your social skills. Because imagine you need to lead, you need to take actions. Yes, you need to take actions. That is why it is important. You need to take actions, you need to be responsible, you need to bring people together and ensure that yes, all of the uh, timeline of the project they were being observed and everybody is doing what they should do. You need to communicate, yes. So if you don't have leadership skills, you don't have communication skills, how do you plan to achieve success in such project? Or how do you plan to manage a team? Or how do you plan to communicate your report out to people? These are things that are very key. You need to understand that yeah, interpersonal skills are important. If you're implementing a security project somewhere in, in an organization, you will talk with different stakeholders. And at some point, some people will misquote you. There will be some level of crisis. You need to learn how to manage all of these things. And people are different from people. Yeah, that's people for you. So you need to have that interpersonal skills. You need to learn how to resolve crises. They are going to come your way. But all of these skills, if you don't have them, it becomes very difficult for you to move on. Then professionalism is another thing. When you want people to take you serious, you need to be professional with them. If you want people to take you serious, you need to be professional with them. And you cannot get all of these skills yourself with without acting on them. So you need to try to work around and see how you can get to implement all of this so that at the end of the project or at the end of your participation, either in a volunteering yeah in the case of you volunteering for something now and you try to use to sit yourself down after the event and try to review what you have done. There's what we call lesson learned. You'll be able to pick all of these things out and you'll be able to know whether you are doing well at them. So your employers will need this and it will give you a long way. You'll be able to go long way in growing your career when you have all of these skills. Then the very first thing you need to do today from this moment forward is that you need to be your own first employer by making yourself self-employable. That's your first assignment. As you are learning the technical skills, you need to learn many other things along the line. Yes, you need to learn many other things along the line. Like I'm going to leave you after this presentation to you and you alone. So you are going to sit yourself down and start making your plan from what you have picked from this presentation. You are going to get to understand that yes, I need to do many things on my own. I need to review a whole lot of things. So it is all about you in the end. And if you don't do all of these things, you don't make a plan, you don't pick a choice, you won't even know which way to go. So these are some of the things you need to do to be able to get yourself uh, to be able to make yourself employable. So you need to speed up the time at the rate at which you are learning by trying to learn from other. You don't want to make the mistake I make. You don't want to make that. Maybe because I'm able to share my own. Maybe I'm able to share my own mistakes with you, and from there you get to know that okay, if Mr. A has made this mistake, I should not go that way so that I won't make that mistake again. So this is you need to scale up and take the lead by doing a whole lot of things. So we are going to talk about that in this part 3. So imagine you want to put yourself out there. Yes, how exposures can help speed you up. You need to attend conferences and events. And if you look at our system today, we are in the world of Zoom and webinars. So you don't need to travel to anywhere. There is no regional, there is no geographical barriers to event and conferences again. There are so many webinars going on as we are speaking here. And I can tell it to you that yes, you can as well attend as many as possible. But you need to understand many things that while you attend conferences and events or you be able to put yourself out there for internship and volunteering. You meet a team that are looking out for members to join them in a particular cause of theirs relating to cybersecurity, and you'll be able to like, okay, I think I'm having the same kind of view these people are having. Let me join them. Or you'll be able to meet companies that are looking for people to come and intern with them. So these are some of the opportunities you get by attending some of these conferences and events. Then you see a whole lot of certifications and blah 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 coming up from all of these events as well. Then you need to network and do what we call, mentoring is important. If you can have somebody that can put you on your track every now and then, it's going to help you. And imagine you have a network of people that are into what you are doing. They will be able to serve as guide. You look at them, you look at what they are doing, you'll be able to use that to balance yourself and get to say, oh, in my network, if I have a problem, I can always reach out to somebody and it's going to help me. Oh, if I need to do something and I needed people, I can always call people in my network and we're going to get it done. These are some of the things that you need to start doing by that will make you to become employable. And from there, when you make a network, people in your network will recommend you for opportunities that are available. That is how it works. And if you have the ability to do that, you need to do that. Then you need to make use of your digital space wisely. Yes, you need to make use of your digital space wisely. Like from the beginning of this pandemic and the whole issue of lockdown, there have been so much on the internet and people are just consuming it and consuming it and consuming it. So the moment you cannot make use of your digital space, it becomes a problem. You have your social media platforms, they are out there. Many people, what they always use their platforms to do is just to listen to gossip on the internet and what have you. But I can tell you today, if you are updating what you are doing, like the small wins the small way you are going about getting yourself started in cybersecurity. Let's say you are running a lab session and you are doing one or two things and you are just updating it on your Twitter platform, your LinkedIn. People are looking at you, and one day somebody will just knock into your DM and ask you, "Can you do this? Can you do this?" Before you know it, so you can use this digital platform to put yourself out there. It's in the past that when you see people on TV like this person has made it, but now everybody can make it through their social platform. You can be out there, people can get to know you, people can get to know what you are doing, and that is why you need to start making use of those platforms. So many people that have their LinkedIn platforms, they've not set it up, they should go out there and set it up. If you have your profile on Twitter, try to use your Twitter handle to follow relevant people that are into what you plan to do. Like maybe you plan to start being a blue teamer. You start by you want to start by being a red teamer. That's the people that do testing. You start following people that are into this area. When you follow them, you will get to have information from them, and this will give you heads up in things that really relate to your environment. So you need to act as well. All of these things I've mentioned, if you did not act on them, it's not going to do you any good. So the best way to go about all of these things is to make a plan for yourself, decide which way you want to go, and start investing in yourself, start investing in those in your choice by getting to know, I've decided to pick, I want to be a blue teamer. So okay, for that reason, I'm going to start by looking out for people that are doing that. I will get to have materials from them. I will try to start doing most what I can find in those materials, and I will practice. From there, you will get to have some challenges. On your own, you will resolve them. On your own, you will become better. On your own, you'll be able to write about what your challenges are and how you overcome them. And before you know it, you become better at it. So for those of us that are seeing my screen, I've been able to put together um, this link for some couple of resources that can be useful to everyone out there. You can check this link. You can check this link. You can write it down. You are going to see a whole lot of materials in there, and I'm going to be updating that as time moves on. So I've been able to gather some relevant materials that we can start with, and you can always pick as many as possible from there. I'm going to add many more as we move on, so you can get to copy this down. I'm going to write that and put it in the chat later, but you can still copy this down. So this is very important. This we have some files there, some materials that are going to be helpful for you to start, and you know which way to go. So with this, I for many people, for many other people that wants to get to understand what the big in Nigeria, in the Nigerian cyberspace, you want to get to know more about what is happening. You can check cybersec field, you can check cyber talk Nigeria, you can check strictly malware the secure. All of these are Nigerian platforms that are based on cyber security. You can always get to see, and you can follow them on Twitter. You can check their Twitter handle. You will get to see more of information and update on events and materials and things that are related to cybersecurity. So for all of these big guys out there, in the course of the pandemic, like Amazon, Google, and Microsoft, they've given out several certificates, like several certifications, several free courses that are worth like $500 and more. Some of them are giving out all of these things for free. But the fact that our presentation is not coming earlier than this, I'm putting it to you that you can always check on all of these big guys. There are opportunities, there are courses out there. You can check Bright Talk for webinars from professionals all around the world. You can check Pluralsight, you can check Coursera and Cyber as well. So Oracle, Amazon, and Microsoft and Google, the cloud game is what everybody is going to now. So I would advise that we should try to invest our time in developing ourselves around the cloud environment, because that is the next place where people are going to concentrate on. That's the next phase security is going. So you need to get yourself used to all of these environments so that when the time comes, you'll be able to match yourself up with those opportunities. So this brings us to the end of the presentation. I want to have questions so that we can make this a little bit more interactive, and we are going to take that one by one from here. Okay, somebody is asking. Hello, can you hear me? Yes. Somebody is asking a question here that, okay, what are the skills required to be a penetration tester? Okay. A penetration tester is somebody that the very first skill set they always had is they are people that never give up. Yeah. And they are creative people. Like for everywhere there is a roadblock in the course of their assignment, they always find a way around it. Yeah. So a pen tester had to be somebody that is very, very uh, somebody that can stand the test of not being discouraged. You must not be discouraged because you are going to face a whole lot of challenges. So you need to build yourself around understanding various web applications and how they work so that you can get to learn how their security works as well. So web application for pen testers, we have web application pen testers. So you have to focus on area of web applications. We have people that are into network penetration testing, so they focus so much on network. They have to have the baseline, the basic understanding of all of those things work, so that they can look out for the fault in their security. Yeah, that's for pen testers. So you need to build yourself on the area of understanding how these technologies work. If it is network, you have to understand network. You have to have full understanding of web. You have to have applications. Yes, we have applications. That's app testers too. So you need to. These are core things you need to understand. You need to have those basic skills there. You need to have understanding of how all of these technologies work, because that is the only way you can find yourself into the systems when you are doing your assignment. Then as a network administrator, can I still take the role of a cybersecurity personnel? Yes, being a network administrator, you are already familiar with the understanding of how an IT environment works. So jumping to security is going to be very easier for you. Just jumping to security is going to be very easier for you. You can be a cybersecurity personnel, yeah, as a network administrator. All you need to do is to take some fundamental courses, and before you know it, you are there. You can take courses like the CEH. You can take courses like Security Plus. These are courses that will give you foundational knowledge regarding cybersecurity ethics. Then, like, what are the guides to be a penetration tester? That's Dauda or Keep. The guides to be a penetration tester, it's more of, you have to understand that yes, you are not you have to play by the book. Yes. Ethics is the first thing you need to put into your head. You don't go into checking into people's devices. Yeah. You don't go into checking into people's computers that you are not permitted to do that. So you have to understand that in starting to be a pen tester, you need to set up a test environment. Yes, you need to set up a test environment like a VM environment. So everything will be hosted locally on your system. You'll be practicing on your environment, because you need some level of permissions before you can touch people's assets. So you don't just go out there and say, okay, because you want to learn, you saw a vulnerable site and you are doing something on it. You have to ensure that yes, everything is is like you are doing it from your box, from your computer, from a simulated environment. Exactly. Somebody is asking that what are the steps a newbie that has passion for cybersecurity can start with? That's okay. That's Patrick Abraham. Yeah. So, what are the steps a newbie that has passion for cybersecurity can start with? Yeah, you can start by taking free courses online, and some of these free courses you can start by going through courses like CEH. You can start by going through courses like Security Plus. Yeah, these are the basics, these are the fundamentals that you can start with. So I hope that has answered your question. Then we have another person that is asking that what are the differences between blue team and red team? Yeah. The differences between blue team and red team. Yes, we need to understand that yes, they are both good guys. Yeah, they are both good guys in the way we use them. Yeah. They are both good guys. The blue team is meant to defend this the network and everything on it, while the red team is meant to show the blue team the lapses they have on their security controls. Yes. So now if the blue team thinks they've put all controls in place and eventually there is a simulation of a blue team and red team activity and the red team were able to get into their network, that means there's a problem somewhere. So after this exercise, they need to find a kind of they need to reset whatever configuration they have in place so as to be able to add in the network. So we need the two side. It's just that you are doing check and balance. That's why we need the two side. The blue team will tell you, we have our firewall, we have everything, but the red team will be the one to check whether all the configurations on them are all right and they can prevent intruders from getting to the network. So it's like to set balance. That is why we need the two teams. Somebody is asking that, could you please clarify the difference between hacking and cracking? Who are crackers? Okay, this is a very interesting question. Yeah, you want us to hacking, yes, the word hacking and cracking. We have to understand that the people that spoil things are the crackers. Yeah, they want to just destroy your network. They want to take advantage of your system and maybe use them for malicious things, and or maybe they want to steal your data. So these are bad guys. The crackers are the bad guys. But hackers are people that are trying to look for solutions to problems. They are people that they are always looking for how they can solve a problem. So that word today, they have interchanged them to one another. So you see people regarding to the hackers as the bad guy. You see, but for us, we refer to the bad guys as adversaries. Yeah, malicious actors. That's what we call them. We either call them malicious actors or adversary or threat actors. These are the names we give to them. We've stopped calling them hackers. They are not hackers. They are the bad guys. So we put them in that category of crackers. So somebody is asking, Dauda Rakib is asking, can I apply for a Comtel Linux Plus for a start in cybersecurity? Yeah, you can apply. You need to have understanding of Linux environment, Windows environment, Mac environment. All of these are operating system environment that you need to have understanding of. So if you don't have that, you can start with Linux Plus. But in the process, when you are done with that, you need to go and take security Plus so that you have full overview of what security looks like. But for you, you can start with Linux Plus so that you have understanding of what a Linux environment looks like. Then another person is asking that, thank you for sharing your knowledge. There are some online courses that don't give certification. How valid are they? Yes. Yes, thank you for asking this question, and I'm glad we have well, I'm going to clarify, I'll be clarifying this. We need to understand that if we go by the way of running after certification, we will end up not learning anything. Yes, we will end up not learning anything. We should go for the knowledge. There are many platforms out there today that are doing free courses, and the only thing they give you at the end of the course is maybe certificate of completion, or some don't even give you anything. But the whole idea is, what can you pick from it? What can you pick from it? Yeah, so they are valid. They are valid. Some of these courses, they don't give certifications, but the knowledge you will get from them is good enough for you to start, or even far better enough for you to start, like some of them. Yeah, I also started by taking several free online courses on Cybrary. I took several online courses there while I was in school. I took several online courses on Udemy. So these are places that it's not about the certification, it's about the knowledge. So you need to understand. So let's go for the knowledge. In the process, you will get certified. And many people rush to run certifications, and in the end, they lose their money to the certificate body, because at some point, some of these certifications requires hand-on practice. It's not just reading from the book, because they give you questions that are technical, and you see many people failing in the end. Then, must I know the nooks and cranny of network? That's Rakib again. Okay, must I know the nook and cranny of networking to be an expert in the field of CEH, in the field of CEH or cyber security? Yeah, networking. You see, in when we talk about the when we talk about cyber security, we have to protect the people that are going to be using the network. We have to protect the data on the network. So everything revolves around the network. The people are going to be sending information over the network. The network infrastructure, we need to protect it. We need to protect the data and we need to protect the people as well. So this thing is core. You need to have understanding of networking, yes. But you know, there is this security perspective to understanding this. If you start with security plus, you start with courses like CEH, you start with courses like all of like network defender. These are courses that will give you the full picture of what you need to do regarding the field. So you really need to have understanding. Then somebody is asking, what is the perfect operating system for cyber purpose? If I may get, if I get this question right, maybe you're asking for tools, or I don't know. Well, well, operating system for cyber purpose. Okay, I didn't get that question very well, but this is what I think you are trying to say. For applications, we have softwares that you can use to run. We have operating systems that contains tools for cyber security professionals like Kali. Kali Linux, we have there's this other one, but it's not as popular as Kali. So Kali Linux is an operating system that contains tools that cyber professionals use in their day-to-day activity. And at the same time, as the good guys are using these tools, the bad guys are using it as well. So, but there's no perfect. I didn't really get the word that question very well. But if this is what I translate the questions to be. So on that of penetration testing, instead of doing everything locally, can we try bug hunting just to have access to that system? Yes, I am going to share some files with Joshua. Maybe later he's going to forward it to you guys. The There are some couple of platforms here you can engage in bounty hunting. Yes, you can do that. You can do that. There are a couple of platforms that serves as simulation for things like that as well. I'm going to share that with Joshua, and you'll be able to use that in the course of doing doing this presentation. Mubarak Shidu is okay. I was once told that one has to learn black art before one can be a white art hacker. Okay, you, there is this theory of okay, if you want to catch a thief, you have to be a thief first. I don't believe in that theory exactly. There is what we call ethics, and you see the concept of white art hacker, black art hacker. Yes, the good guys and the bad guys, yes, this is what they are. So you we the race has always been a cat and dog race between these two sides. The bad guys want to destroy the system. The good guy wants to ensure that yes, they did not do that. So we learn from the tactics of the bad guys. We always learn from them when they do some things, and we see how to like react to them from our own end. And at some point, when we do some things from our own end, the bad guys also plan to learn how to react to them. So by the time we put some security controls in place, yes, the bad guys will also think of how can I evade these security controls? Uh, how can I evade it? How can I go past this control? Now, if there's an attack or there's an incident somewhere, we try to learn from how the attackers operated on such a case, and we apply them to our own environment too. So there's what we call information sharing. But to make you really understand in the professional in the, in the field of uh, in the process of trying to make everything right, that is what gave birth to the red team and the blue team in the in-house team. So we are going to have a red team from the good guys, and we are going to have the blue team from the good guys. So they will keep on testing. You will learn the activity, the method the bad guys are using. If you are a red teamer, if you are a blue teamer, you will also learn how to defend against it. So instead of trying to go into the dark and learn what the bad guys are doing, no, it's not proper. It's not appropriate at. Then somebody is asking that as a cybersecurity, what certification can you recommend for us to start with? Yes, you if if you are a graduate, if you are, let's say you studied in FUTMINA or maybe FUTA or in any of the schools in Nigeria that have cybersecurity. So after your time in school, you you can decide to take after your time in school, you can decide to take what we call security plus for a start, or you can decide to take CEH. These are certifications that will set you up, and from there you can move around because you have actually took maybe 5 years uh, of time in school learning how to do all of this things. So going straight for those certifications can help. Somebody is asking that are black attacker not the same person you refer to as adversary? That's what I'm saying. They are the adversary, the bad guys, yeah, the threat actors, they are, yes. On that of penetration testing, instead of doing everything locally, yeah, we've answered that. Somebody is asking, okay, do you have any other question? Okay, I think we have answered almost all of our questions. Yeah, somebody is making a comment here that certifications are important, but knowledge is important. Exactly. Knowledge first, knowledge first. Can all these stuffs be learned in school? Yeah, somebody is asking that can all these stuffs be learned in school? Yeah, if you are in school, there's what we call time management. Yes, because you need to do your exam, you need to pass and ensure you come home with good certificate. Yes, you must as well ensure that in the process of trying to do that, you are able to have what we call time balance. If you have time balance, you can as well learn all of these things in school. You have a computer, you set up your lab, you are learning, you are taking your time to do this, and you ensure that you can balance your time. Because at some point, some of these things can take your time, and before you know it, you just get lost into it. You will not even remember you are in school any longer. So you have to ensure you set balance while you are learning them in school. You can learn them in school. We have online courses, we have uh, online resources that you can use to learn from school. So you can learn them from school. Somebody is asking that which level are you operating? Okay, okay. I'm a cybersecurity engineer, so definitely I'm a blue guy. I'm a defender. I'm a white hat hacker. I'm not a black hat. I'm not a bad guy. I'm trying to protect. I'm trying to manage network security and endpoint security. So in my case, I am a blue teamer. Yes, I'm a blue teamer. I see to what we can. I always look for a way to ensure we protect the network and everything is going fine and everybody can go about their business of the day. How about starting with Cisco Cyber? Yeah, you can start with Cisco Cyber Security Essential. Yeah, that's fine too. You gave us one level 1 to 5 of SciSec. Which level do you operate in? I'm in level 3. I'm in 1 to 3. Yeah, I'm going around 1 to 3. That's where I am now. Yes. Yeah. I've helped I've I've helped in doing a whole lot of things regarding, you know, I've built use case roadmap for sub constituents. Yeah, that's part of what I do. I've I've worked with business sponsors, project staffs, vendor partners to engineer and deploy an effective
I've
system.
helped, I've, I've helped in doing the whole.
Then at the same time, I've worked to support several like several incident response processes across our SOC constituents. So I'm not at which level can you say is the hardest? Yeah, most of these the first three level require so much technicalities and like you just have to put your mind into it. That's the and when it comes to level 4 and 5, you need to be relating with the management team. So that is where this social skills comes in. You need to manage money, you need to manage people, you need to manage time and manage a whole lot of things. So it is very, very important. It is very, very important. So we can't say that one is the easiest, but by the time you start diving into it, you get to understand that there is many, many, many more to study. There is many, many more to read, and by picking a path, it will be able to drive you along. But by the time you are just jumping around, you will not be able to have focus. So that is why you need to pick a point.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you, everybody. I really
Okay,
appreciate
I hope we
your
learned a
questions.
lot.
So if I have anything to share, I will share it with Joshua and he's going to share it with you guys in the group. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for this wonderful presentation. I really appreciate you, sir. On
Thank
behalf
you.
of all
Thank
the
you.
attendees of the Diary of Hackers, um, we express our utmost gratitude towards the facilitator of today's diary in person of Hacker Hamza Lateef. Thank you, sir, for honoring the organizer's call and shedding light on this area of cybersecurity. It has been an impeccable session. Also, appreciation goes to the team members of the area of hackers for a job excellently done. Lastly, to my enthusiasts, I say we keep learning and making best use of this opportunity like this as the facilitator has highlighted. Thank you very much for participating, and we hope to see you on our next diary. By the grace of God, we have come to the end of this session. We thank the speaker once again for impacted knowledge. We pray that God Almighty will keep you in good health and give you more knowledge and understanding. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very
Thank you.